Well, what do you know? Friday morning, and looks like a Monday from here. But Spicy's there with her ears up looking at me. Her mama's laying there, but we got a whiny butt in there. I have no idea how long he's been there. I think it's a he. Good, it's going to rain harder again. Yep, it's a he. Weatherman lied, by the way. Been raining for a couple hours. It hasn't been serious, but it's going to get serious. Wasn't supposed to start doing anything till like afternoon. Then it's supposed to get nasty. So, and I suppose I should kick that little bugger over. Probably should check the rest of the barn first because he ain't going nowhere. Not like he's running out the driveway or playing around in traffic. I gotta go outside and get wet if I'm gonna get him back over. If the dog will move, I can walk through here. Should say the dogs, the two dark colored ones are in my way. And why is she standing down there by herself? Looks like she might be a long tail, but I can't tell it. Does look like a long tail. She might be thinking about it. Then again, she may have just got up to take a shit. I don't know. Because this one's a long tail, and she just had her tail up because she took a leak. So. Okay, anyway. Yep, you can hear it. It's going to be a wonderful day trying to cut stuff up outside. Here in another couple hours, I can call and find out if I'm going to get a drop box today or not. If I don't get one today, that means it's Monday. And I mean, I'm not really going to complain if it doesn't show up today, because I think I got enough stuff to go through and cut up to. But at the same time, I get the box for a week, and if I got everything ready, it only takes me a few hours to fill one. So we'll see what happens. Well, we'll fast forward an hour. That's where she is now. That's where she was. I'm too damn sore today for that shit. And that crap out there's too deep. Everybody else is, cooperating. I opened the middle gate, so the chain on it is hooked to the lower gate to hold the lower gate open so that I could get her in there when she was still down there. And she chose to keep going right on out into the shit. So, wanting to get her in a clean, dry spot, I followed her. And we went around out there 5 or 6 times. She made her back to the gate, at which point 618D was headed out, and I thought, hell, she's going to push her back out. No, she didn't. She walked past her. 023 was coming in, and I'm going, please, old lady, help me get her in. Walked right up against her, right on past her. And she went back out there. So, Ty's getting dressed. Get that stupid biatch in. And then I'm wondering, her standing there chewing her cud, humping up every now and then if the calf's in a bad position or what. So it's going to be a fun day. I mean, I went to the chiropractor, came home, cut up that truck bed where I was squatted down and basically doing the squats for about 4 hours between making the cuts and cleaning stuff off. So the back side of both of my freaking thighs is killing me. My shoulder hurts. I just go back to bed, except it wouldn't do me any good. I didn't need to be running around out there. So, anyway. Yeah, like I believe I said earlier, seems more like a Monday. And by the way, that extra one that was over there, he's no longer there. Because when I gave up on her out there, I went ahead and kicked everybody out of the feed barn. That way I didn't have to chase her out there anyway. And I came back through and kicked that calf out. That's not the best spot to have one out there, but she's sure acting like that's what she's going to do. Actually, I probably should take that back. That is about the best spot. From there, I mean, we're along right through there, up to about there. So that's the driest part. And she's probably in the wettest part of the driest part right now, but that's one place cows have liked to have calves in the past. Probably 10 years ago, about half the herd had them right there, within 10 feet of where she's standing. I don't know why they pick spots like that, but oh well. There she is. She had her hooves shown before Ty got her in. Quite a while before Ty got her in, but got her in and she was down in the freaking corner. I'm sorry, but I had to get out of the barn because I had to go to the little office, and then Ty decided that she was going to go finish getting dressed. In the meantime, Becky came down and helped her. Had the little bugger almost out. I don't know if he's all that big, but he kind of hung up on the hips a little bit, and that's when Becky was helping. So, there we go, another one down. And I lied a while back about how many we had left. Obviously, somehow hey, you make too much noise, old lady. Somehow I missed a few. Because now, obviously, we only had 6 left, and now we either have 7 or 8 left after this one's on the ground. So, it is what it is. When we're done, we'll know it. Well, my scrap box arrived. Started putting some stuff into it. And Ty did a little more burning, and she took a few things apart and helped me get a couple other things moved around. And I just parked the skid steer because I got to go get the excavator and crush a couple things. And I walked in here just in time to watch her calf walk back under the gate. Right there. I heard her when I shut the skid steer off. I heard her talking to him. And he just walked right straight to the bread basket. So, that is what I love to see. Perfect timing on catching that. So, you just got to see his first little sippies of milk. Yeah, we've been busy scrapping. He just got moved up here and got his navel dipped, and he got pasted and got his shots. And he wants to say hello, everybody. Hi, bud. Yeah. And it's turning nasty out, which is perfect timing because it's lunchtime. Little refrigerator, if anybody remembers, we had to replace the refrigerator in the trailer. Yeah. I know they want you can't come out the gate, bud. You got to stay in there. No pushing your way out just because Ty came out.
Out the gate.
Anyway, anymore, I know they want you to get the compressor separate from a refrigerator. Well, I just gonna crush that sucker up and figured I'd get rid of some of the plastic and some of the insulation because they didn't need all that. Yeah, a bunch of that insulation broke up in little pieces, and then the wind came up. And yeah, so we've been cleaning that mess up. Fun times. And yeah, haven't made a dent. Well, have made a dent in what's in the box, but haven't made much of a dent of what we have to put in it. So deal with that after lunch if it ain't too freaking nasty out. Supposed to be showers tomorrow, which will be better as long as the wind ain't blowing too bad. Well, there's the scrap bin. There's 2 drowned rats. Becky's been picking up wood chunks that were mixed in with the scrap and taking them down and burning them. That old rusty bucket works good for scrap because it's deep. Barrels up there all empty. Pallet sitting there has pieces that actually go on the skid steers. Bale spear extra grabbers. Those are sitting there for bin. Not sure what I'm going to do with that chunk of panel there yet. It's kind of buggered up, but most of it's in good shape. And there ain't a lot in there. I still got a pile down there. I threw that cab in after I got it folded up. Some white stuff you see on the ground down there is insulation out of that freaking refrigerator. And yeah, basically just picked a little up here and there. I still got to get the tires off those wheels. And there's a set man over there by the faucet that are solid rubber, which I wished I would have known before I started cutting those way back when. Hydraulic hoses in the cylinder are good, so they stick around. Good piece of shaft that was sitting out here. A little rusty, but it's still good. Some plates there. I don't know what we'll ever do with those. I acquired those. And I think I'm going to scrap a couple of these augers. Those augers have been hanging there for 15, 20 years. Might keep the bottom two because they're bigger, and the top two. Pull the motor mounts off them, maybe. Keyword, maybe. Closest one's just an empty shell anyway. The other one's still got an auger in it. That was supposed to be, you know, for water pipe and that kind of thing. That's all aluminum in there, except for that piece of stainless steel right there. And that number 3 bin down there, that's going to get laid on its side. Get the angle iron cut off of it. And the shithole, there's a bunch of flat iron and some stainless rod. I've saved off stuff. For now, we're going to keep this. If nothing else, we strip down what we're going to do off of that cotton picker. That might go over the engine to protect it for a while. And Ty started over here. Yeah, she started. This was full, by the way. But we got 2 buckets up there for a reason. And unfortunately, it all trickles down into here. Most of this stuff, it don't hurt it much, but there was some nice shaft and stuff that never should have laid in a plastic deal full of water. Pain in the ass. The one building that has not been re-roofed is the shop. The one building that needs it. The one building I get told, nah, we ain't got the money. Because, let's see. Shop's 30 by 30 plus 2 lean-tos that way. Give me $10,000 to re-roof it. And then I'm thinking if and when the time comes, I'm thinking about getting a bunch of plywood. That's got fiberboard up there. But the problem is if you get a little seep, it just rots away and falls down, which in the shop hasn't been bad, but the next section down was used tin when we put it up. And it's boogered. And over the trailer is even worse. So anyway, oh yeah, some more shit we saved. I can't see, you know, that's a good piece of angle, good piece of 1/4 by 2. Same with the tubing. We use that stuff all the time in pieces that length or half that length, or if I have to, I weld 2 pieces together. Big freaking deal. I mean, do that with new stuff anyway. And yeah, I think there's a bunch of stuff that's going to go. Because about every 10 years, you just gotta. I mean, that stuff there probably won't get touched. But trays full of crap up there on the, it's actually a piece of treated 2x12 on the shelf with a little bow to it, in case you couldn't tell. That kind of stuff we want to keep around. That's what I should have been concerned with. That piece and that piece are lag screwed into the 6x6s. But our short section over there, there's 2 pieces. There's 2 racks. Just each side of the buckets right there. Those are just into, I guess they're into the 2x4s. But they're in the middle of the span. I I don't know. They've held up. And yeah, there's 2, I think, or 3-inch auger flightings there. Longer ones. They're, what, the one must be a 12-foot and the other must be a 16-foot, I'm going to say, with as far down as I can tell that it goes. But you know, the frickin' auger tubes for those is so light that if it lays on the ground outside for 6 months in the winter, you don't have an auger tube the next year. That's why those are there. The augers are fine, but the tubes were gone. So anyway, that's our day. I babbled too much, I'm sure. Oh, the old mailbox it may go to, unless I save the top of it to build the next one. But I may just build the next one out of all new stuff, who knows. Make it bigger, because I don't think that piece of shit up there is going to last very long. $60 frickin' for whatever the hell it was for a stinking mailbox that, I mean, paper is thicker. They put paint on the inside and the outside, so there's something there to keep the metal from just kinking and busting down before they put it in a box. And that's something else I probably should do. The old windshield out of the old sprayer is right there. The white you see is the framework. Probably should cut that frame off and toss it, because I think we got a bunch of glass. There's a bunch right there, and there's a whole bunch upstairs. When we get a garbage dumpster, it's all going to go in it. I mean, that there's only been there since we dismantled a couple of sprayers. What's upstairs has been there for at least 10 years. We ain't going to use it. Half the time, if you need to change the size, you can anyway. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. My Friday's over. Everybody has a great weekend. And I'm sure, since I didn't use that today, I'm sure I'll run out of settling tomorrow or the next day. But that's okay, because Monday I can get more.